So Scott, you know a lot about locker room power from me. You've obviously read the book. Um, what experience have you had of locker room power? You know, in your career, both as a junior and now as going into the senior game.
Well, I feel my first real experience with locker room power came in juniors, 2011 I think it was. I was about, I'm gonna say about 600 ITF, and I was playing a grade 4 in Spain, and I played a very good tournament. Had a great week, beat a lot of seeds and a lot of high ranked players. Came through, won it pretty convincingly. I don't think I dropped a set the whole week. And then I flew straight to Cyprus from there. And I'll always remember having a conversation with you, Dave, and you telling me how important my first round was in that tournament. And I remember when I saw the draw, I had a very winnable match, but he was the number one in Cyprus, so you know he had the home crowd with him, and so that obviously made it quite a tough one. And I played a great match. I won, I think 6-1, 6-love very comfortably. And I'll always remember as the guy I've actually just beaten here in Calgary, first round. I was playing him in the second round, and I'm good friends with him. And we were at dinner the night before that we were supposed to play, and a couple of our other friends, and they didn't know that we were playing each other. And one of them said to him like, "Oh, who do you have tomorrow?" And he said, "Oh, I'm playing this guy, Scott. You know, the guy that can't lose a match." And I said to my friend straight away, I said, "You know, I feel really good about this match because he's going in like expecting to lose already." And sure enough, I won that match, and I won the tournament. And you know, at the time, my ranking really wasn't up to the standard of winning I think that was a grade 3 ITF. Really wasn't up to that standard. I knew I could play at that standard, but my ranking wasn't up to that standard. But I really feel that from the week before in Spain and the results that I had in Cyprus, so convincing as well, that really put me in a good position. And in the final, I played a guy, I think he was about 70 in the world, German guy, and you know, I mean, that was the highest ranked player I played at that time. I felt no nerves because I knew that I was playing really well. I felt confident, and I think he feared me a bit, and I won the match in good fashion. And you know, it was great to get the title. I remember I lost in the final of doubles, but it was a great week. And then obviously my ranking went on from there, and it allowed me to play a lot of the bigger tournaments.
Excellent. And now you're at a different level, which is futures, and you have to establish your locker room power at this level. And of course, it's a little more difficult. But how do you feel that you will be able to do that?
Well, I think in my position right now, at futures, um, right now I'm learning to deal with other people's locker room power, because I'm obviously coming up against people that are playing with a pedigree. They have experience. I had one match in Turkey last year against Marcel Ilhan. I think he was on a 23 match winning streak in futures, hadn't dropped a set. He was career high of 80. I think his ranking at the time was 180. He's had a very good year this year. Won around at Wimbledon. And I'd watched him play a little bit. He played a friend of mine in the tournament, and I watched him play, and kind of got an understanding for his game. And of course, you always have the respect for the people you're playing. And in his instance, I had a lot of respect for him because he's a very good player. I think that in that match, you know, I kind of just relaxed, said to myself, you know, look, you're the underdog here, you really go for your shots and see what happens. And I had a game plan, and it came off. Unfortunately, I lost the match, but I put in a great fighting match, and it's unfortunate that I didn't play the week after in Turkey, because everyone was watching that match, and I think a lot of people would have feared me going into the next week. However, I did play a tournament in London the week after, and like all players do, they know your results, and everyone knew that I'd had a pretty good week, and I think that helped me in that tournament some fair lot as well. So I think right now I'm learning to deal with other people's, but I think that because I've had locker room power in juniors, it's helped me deal with other people's here, because I know how they would be feeling. I know how to maybe get around it.
Well, the book Locker Room Power is not only about establishing your own locker room power, but it's exactly what you're saying here. It's also so you can understand it, and therefore you kind of have the antidote against it, which is you just cannot buy into other people's locker room power. You need to go about your business as well as you can and play the person on the day who's in front of you, because you know even people with great locker room power don't play great matches every day, and it's very possible that good players don't play so well on the day, and you can't give it to them just because they've done well in the past.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I mean, I think my favourite part of the book actually is the play to gain bit. Because I think that really kind of suits me. I think I have a lot of weapons, but sometimes maybe I don't use them enough, because I'm a bit nervous about the outcome of the match. Whereas I think if you can play to gain and really just work on your own game, then eventually it will come.
Well, in working with you, which is a pleasure, I can assure you that you will get to the point where you not only have your own locker room power at this level, but you will be increasingly able to put your weapons on the court, because you work hard, and when people work hard and mentally focus well and have a lot of heart, that's what happens. Good. Thank you very much.